0-2, identify and classify type of numbers. Number 1, to name the type of numbers. What I provide to you on the right hand side are all the number and its types. For the sake of Algebra 1, you only need to memorize this much. Let's take a look at A, which is number 15. A, number 15, is that a natural number? It's not, because those are only the positive values. It's not a whole number because that includes 0. It is an integer because the integers include the 0 and negative numbers. B is the square root of 16. The square root of 16 can be broken down because it's a perfect square to the number 4. Because it is the number 4, we would ask ourselves, is that a natural number? Yes, because 4 can be counted. Is it a whole number? Yes, it still falls under the positive values. Is it considered to be an integer? Yes, it's considered to also be a integer. Is it a rational or irrational? It would be considered a rational number because it makes sense and there's a finite value. Now let's take a look at the next one, which is C. C is the negative 90 over 3. Negative 90 over 3 can be simplified into negative 30. So let's take a look. What is that considered to be? Not a natural number, not a whole number. Yes, it is an integer. You can also consider this to be a fraction as well, but for the sake of this, we're just going to put an integer. Next, we're going to look at the square root of 10.24. Here, if you take the square root of it, it is a very complex number that goes on forever and ever and ever. So, is that a natural number? No, you can't physically count the square root of 10.24. Not a whole number, not an integer. It's either a rational or irrational. Because it goes on forever, it is an irrational number. Likewise, E, which is pi, that is also an irrational number. Okay? Irrational numbers are defined as numbers that go on forever, that don't stop or have a consistent pattern. That leads us up to question number 2 here. What is the difference between a rational and irrational number? So, if you take a look at the first number here, 0.252525252525, notice that this is repeating. Okay? The fact that it's repeating, we know that this number will go 252525. Therefore, we would say it would be considered rational. Take a look here. This is 25, 0.25, 2555, 2555, 25555555, then 2555 here. There is no repeating, and there is no pattern. Because of that, we would consider this to be a irrational number.